What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gravity TV. This is your host, Avi. Just wanted to talk a little bit quickly about a previous video I did and where my thoughts and feelings are on that now. So 6 or 7 months ago, I released a video called Why is Strength Training Important Throughout Aging? And at the time, it was a question that had come up and I was curious, so I asked my colleagues because at that time, I honestly didn't have a full answer for myself. I didn't really arrive to the answer I'm at today. And today I wanted to share because I feel like I have a better grasp of this question. So this is part 2 of why exercise or why strength training is important throughout aging. So I could get very technical with it and talk about the science, but I want to talk a little bit more about the emotional standpoint of strength. And for me, really, like I gotta be strong for my community, I gotta be strong for my wife, I gotta be strong for my future children, and I gotta be strong for my parents and siblings. If I'm unable to support them as I get older, then all the work I do in the gym isn't worth it. You know, that's truthfully the way I view things from an emotional standpoint. If our minds are taken care of as we're aging, I think that is the true strength. Yes, strength training and exercise is extremely important throughout aging as well, but that is like one element of the many elements I believe are important in aging. So the first thing that I believe is the most important to retain in our bodies as we're aging is really just our movement. You know, that's why I believe and preach a lot of movement through my craft as a personal trainer. I try to teach people the basic fundamental shapes with our body. An A-frame is like a triangle with our body, right? A bear crawl is just a moving triangle. A squat is an S shape, and if we're able to hold that squat, what's happening in our body there? That's me getting out of bed when I'm older, a squat. That's me being able to go to the washroom independently. That's a squat. A tabletop, that's another position that I show a lot in the gym. And essentially a tabletop is you're holding yourself off the ground. You're picking yourself back up from the ground after you've fallen. You know, if you're training these muscles and these shapes and looking at athleticism as simply just being able to change shapes with our body, with that logic, I want to be athletic forever. You know, I want to be able to play with my grandchildren and not feel, broken. As a former athlete, I know people can relate. I played rugby for 8 years. I played football for 6 before that. And prior to that, I was playing soccer and baseball and basketball. My whole life I've been playing basketball outside, on top of all the other sports that I was playing in an organized fashion. So it's like athletes understand their bodies are banged up, and if we're not doing the right things now, as we're aging, man, we're gonna get stiff. We're not gonna be able to do anything. So it's just one of those things where I believe movement is essential. But then the second side of this whole thing that I didn't even get into now is actually structured strength training. Getting stronger by lifting weights. It's been proven over thousands and thousands of years in history. Guys who were the strongest were the ones who were able to lift heavy loads. But just like the heavy loads in terms of physical, there's an emotional aspect to that as well. You know, a 300-pound squat is, yes, a 300-pound squat. But a guy who can put 300 pounds of weight on his shoulders and maintain that stress on top of, being a role model, being this, being that, being somebody who's emotionally stable and supportive for his family members, that those two go hand in hand. And that's what I really believe is a strong person. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that I'm going to be in my 50s, my 60s, my 70s, my 80s, my 90s without being physically independent. I truly believe that through the training that I do with respect to my body weight movement practice, my kettlebell practice, and my barbell practice, and my cardiovascular practices, I believe that if I'm really on top of the physiology and on top of the emotional standpoint for my well-being, that I can age and be able to support my family as I age. So, with all that being said, that's why I believe it's strong. It's a snow day here in Brampton. Sorry. So with that being said, that is why I believe it is important to be strong throughout aging. And I hope you found something insightful in this video and take something away. If you enjoy this stuff, you know, like the video, subscribe, share it to a friend. It really goes a long way. Just a young entrepreneur in Brampton trying to make it. So subscribe, holla. If you want a free trial with me, I do that too. Just check out www.gravityathletics.ca and the button's right there. You just click it. I have arrived at home safely, and this is safe, by the way. This is not distracted driving. I wasn't looking away, looking at the road. I'm just trying to be productive with my time. Mans are busy.